Drivers, start your engines.
Welcome everybody to a special night tonight, multi-league racing. We're going all-star racing at Texas Motor Speedway. No points on the line tonight, all cash. We'll talk about that a little bit later. A couple surprises, neat, interesting format tonight we'll talk about, but right now, part of that format is heat racing, and we're in the fourth heat race right now of, the fourth of four. So last heat race, it's only 6 laps, no cautions. So we'll run that in the background here while we talk about kind of the format and whatnot. Myself, I'm Scott Patton. Sorry I lost my voice. I was at a concert this weekend, and yeah, I'm working on it. So, but I'm joined in the booth by Ken Huber. Ken, how's it going out in Montana tonight?
Yeah, it's going great, Scott. Looking forward to this all-star race in this format that these guys will be running tonight under the lights. So sparks may ensue, and you know, it's a good time for everybody, including us and including the drivers. They get to let their hair down, so to speak. For tonight's race and just have fun with it. Non-points race. Some of the best guys out here racing in multi-league tonight.
Yeah, certainly. As we see that some of these drivers right now, it's a pretty stacked field in this heat race. 5 laps to go. Quite the handling issues that we've seen so far. Can you talk a little bit about that, kind of the handling issues? Some of these guys getting loose off the corner. I know you ran a couple laps and saw that kind of firsthand. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of guys, as we saw just there behind here, somebody get loose there off the corner.
Yeah, it was David Schreck. So kind of what my experience was, you know, at least in the first 6-7 laps, the car is actually pretty loose going into the corner. It's manageable, but then on the exits, especially of the exits of 3 and 4, it gets really, if you get in the throttle too early, it'll step out on you. It's very difficult to save. 1 and 2, it's not too bad on the exit. It's loose in, but manageable, like I said. So super tight in the middle of 1 and 2, though. So it's an interesting setup, to say the least. It's going to offer should offer some great racing if these guys can hold on to it, because I think what you'll see, especially off 1 and 2, is what we've noticed during the heat races, guys having to check up to save the car, and then that allows more passing to happen. So we'll see what happens tonight. Like I said, it's first time for everybody here. New car. On this track, all-star race, so we'll see what happens, I guess.
Yeah, certainly Christopher Howell, no surprise there, and the Chemical Guy's car is out front. We'll talk a little bit later about Christopher Howell, but so far he's got all 4 wheels going the same way. 3 laps to go in heat number 4 here. Let's talk a little bit about the format tonight. We're going to be going 88 laps. Possibly another tribute to our brother Kent Conley. Kent, we lost last year from cancer, and we're always thinking about him. So 88 laps tonight in the all-star race for Kent. We're going to throw a competition caution on lap 20 and right around lap 40 as well. And that'll be to re-rack the field a couple times, and then we're going to lap 88. So lap 20, lap 40, and then to the checkers, lap 88. There's also going to be one mystery caution that everybody knows about, but we don't know which lap it's going to fall on. That's going to be the Towers call for a little surprise later in this race. So sometime between, let's say, lap 40 and lap 88, another mystery competition caution.
Yeah, hey, Scott, something else I noticed, too. I'm looking at the heat racing right now. We're in heat 4, but heat 5 just popped up on my screen. I don't know if you're seeing that. I'm not seeing any drivers in heat 5, so I'm not sure if there's going to be another heat after this one.
Gotcha. But keep an eye on that. Yeah, I can't see the. Yeah, you probably see more information than I do on the iRacing screen, but.
So we're dealing with our mostly cloudy conditions tonight. The good old weather report that I like to do here. Looks like we're about 78 degrees temperature with track temperature 79. So a nice cool evening out in Texas under the lights. Slippery cars, fast drivers. See if everybody can hold on to it. So as we get ready to either start this race or go to heat 5, we'll see here in a minute.
Yeah, let me know if you see something pop up here shortly. Otherwise, we'll go to the starting grid if it is the whole field. Looks like 3 races up there.
Yeah, I'm just I'm scrolling through my thing here. It's like I'm missing content here. Hang on. Looks like there might be a 5th heat here.
Yeah, I'm seeing them lined up on pit road. Looks like a 5th heat going out. Kyle Chadwick on the pole. Justin Michael looks like 77 car. Robert Mattis. Heath Smith, rather. Jack Watts, Jeff Gilmore in there in the 57 car.
Yeah, Scott, I'm looking for my, looking at the, oh, here we go. I found it. Yay. Took me a while to get my timing and scoring up there, but there's an arrow over there to find all these heats. I would have seen that sooner. But I'm in business now, so. Yeah, Kyle Chadwick, Justin Michael, Jack Watts, Robert Mattis, Jeff Gilmore, and Heath Smith. So, Scott, you remember the old days, last year's Cup cars here. I can't remember. We ran the low downforce cars, if I remember. You recall?
Yes, we did. That was I don't remember the race exactly, but that was a fun race, certainly with a lot of passing. I don't remember who won either. I don't know if you do. But...
Oh, was that you? You won quite a few races last year.
I honestly don't remember.
I would have guessed it was you because you won like, I don't know, 20 races last year.
Yeah, it seemed like it was 10, but yeah.
Okay. It was close enough. I know during the broadcast they were calling out like you won 184 of them. I was like, okay. It is a fun track. You know, they reconfigured Texas a few years ago. 1 and 2, they kind of seems like they flattened out that banking a little bit and widened it up, and it kind of have to be careful in 1 and 2 with tires now, even more so. You always had to be, but you know, the trick to 1 and 2 nowadays is to let off earlier than you normally would, and to hold it on the bottom there without scrubbing the tires off.
For folks that are just joining us, or if the fans are just joining us, we just saw the green flag just drop. This is heat number 5. I believe it's the last heat. We're doing heat racing tonight. And then we're going to go to the main event, which is 88 laps. So probably a little bit thrown off by the short field on the ticker there on the left, but just 6 quick laps all under green, and then we're going to set the grid for the main event all-star race here, multi-league style.
Yeah, after Greg Mall took a spin through the grass during his heat race, he can't stop, can't stay out of chat right now, saying he can't do the weather report as good as I can.
Yeah, he gave it a shot. Greg was joining us in the booth yesterday for the inaugural multi-league Indianapolis 500. Full length, 200 laps, 3.5 hours. That was a long afternoon, but we got it done, and Wesley Holland ended up walking away with quite the payday and a nice little trophy coming his way as well. So looks like Jack Watts just took a spin here to the
yeah, quite a bit of carnage there. So I don't believe we have quick repairs tonight. So last week we were dealing with a full complement of quick repairs, and I don't believe they're on tonight. So guys are going to have to be on their best behavior tonight, otherwise they'll end their night rather quickly.
Justin Michael getting loose off of turn number 4. So I'm just take a spin there.
Yeah.
Pretty odd that we're seeing, you talk about the handling characteristics of these cars. We're seeing quite a bit of cars during practice as well as in the heat races getting loose all by themselves from basically the center of the corner all the way off the corner anytime in there. But Jeff Gilmore picking up some spot in the second place here. I think he started maybe shotgun or second to last on the field here.
Yep, this is all for the starting positions here. So kind of wondering what Kim has up his sleeve for all the caution flags tonight. It'll be interesting, that's for sure. This is an all-star race, non-points race. Speaking of the points, Justin Michael's having a banner season, got 5 wins on the season, and is leading this championship currently. So he's having an awesome run this season. Now he gets to come out here and kind of have fun. And he's going to need to have that mentality because, you know, after that wreck during his heat race, he is going to be starting probably near the back somewhere.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky, I think, coming through the field with no fast repairs, but got to be strategic about it. We've got to be cautiously aggressive because we're only running 88 laps here with a couple of cautions thrown in the middle. In addition to the 88 laps, another thing about the format is these drivers are only going to have 2 sets of tires. So the set that you start on and 1 set in the pits, that is it for the night. So might see some interesting strategy. But another thing that's different about tonight, fixed setups, of course, here at Multi-League. However, 100% fuel tonight. Usually run, I think, 55% or so.
Yeah, 100% fuel, so that's going to change things up. Oh, well, we've got our last heat race in, and we're starting to grid them up, Scott.
Let's see if the starting grid is...
Oh, it looks like we got a 5-minute warm-up, so we get to talk some more. So your concert voice Your
boy.
concert voice gets some more exercise.
I'm going to put
Maybe
you to
get it
work.
cleaned
I
up.
took over last week, Ken, when the TeamSpeak shut out. I'm going to be counting on you this week.
Well, maybe I can just unplug it over here. Let's see. Just kidding. So yeah, we're going to enter a 5-minute warm-up. Got the grid already set. We'll cover the grid right before the start as guys start entering the car as we get the call to start their engines. But this is kind of a big test. Now we're getting all 34 cars out on the track right now. That's how many cars are going to start the race tonight. And these guys will be able to run more with each other during this warm-up, and hopefully they can keep their foot out of the gas at least for the first 10 laps or so, and keep these cars clean and green. Except for those mandatory cautions, of course.
Right.
I mean, it wouldn't be an all-star race without the carnage. I remember the days at Charlotte when they ran the all-star races, and man, some of the best racing I've ever seen during those races.
I remember one of my favorite all-star memories. I think it was 97 or 8. Somebody there in the chat, if you know, correct me, but when it was raining for the main event, they dropped the green flag and the carnage ensued in turn 1. And NASCAR didn't realize the track was wet, and they allowed all the wrecked cars to take out backup cars. And Jeff Gordon, I believe that was the Tyrannosaurus car, went to victory lane.
I think I remember that.
In a backup car.
I had another one of those all-star races. It was with Mark Martin. I can't remember what year it was.
The fuel one?
But those guys, all 16 drivers were just beating the crap out of each other the entire race, and I couldn't believe how they were manhandling those cars around the track. It was a sight to behold. I don't think there was that many wrecks, but there wasn't many clean cars when it was over either. And that would have been, I don't know, it probably would have been late 90s, early 2000s, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I think I remember, I want to say that one was maybe 99, maybe? Either 98 or 99. It's like Michael Milfeld Jr. on the backstretch having some problems. John Pansula, I think in the 01 car on the inside, having some issues.
Yeah, hope these guys are getting out of the system now. Otherwise, we're headed for a long night.
Yep. Let's talk about Christopher Howell here coming to pit road after a couple laps on the warm-up. We've got 2 minutes left to go here. But Christopher Howell, I'm told, is traveling. I'm not sure exactly where he is, but he's got the mobile setup. There it is. The chair, the wheel, looks like a hotel room in the screen there, desktop screen. So that's dedication. Guys setting up iRacing setups in hotel rooms to not miss a race here.
You do what you got to do. Back in the days, speaking of those days, early 2000s and whatnot, I used to bring my rig with me across the country just so I didn't miss a race.
Wow. Is that a desktop computer?
Yeah, I'd bring the whole computer, the wheel, just have to use somebody's chair. Sometimes I would go, if a friend was, at the time it was the old Papyrus software, and I would just go to his house and sign in on his account, and then I'd be able to race, you know, with all his equipment. So I'd have to learn new equipment and stuff like that. But I was pretty dedicated, so I know what it's like.
Yeah, I think I did that once a couple of years ago. I was at a buddy's house, and he does iRacing, but he's got an old G27 wheel and stuff I was definitely not used to. But nonetheless, I had to get a race in, so I jumped on his equipment and did the race, and I don't remember where he finished, but I definitely didn't win.
And so it's always fun to have the change, though. It makes it interesting, right? You get to see what everybody else is dealing with. And adapting and overcoming. Well, it sounds like we're having a driver's meeting. We're about 45 seconds away from gridding up this field tonight. And we got one of our admins out there letting the drivers know what the rules are for tonight. But Scott and I are kind of in the dark with all the rules ourselves, so.
That we are, including the surprise caution coming somewhere between lap 40 and 88. We don't know when it's coming either, so it's going to be a surprise to the entire field.
Yeah, full tank of fuel here, Scott. I think that's about 60, 65 laps. Just recalling off my memory here. So they should only need one stop for tires, one stop for fuel. And that should do it. That's pretty much all you got. Just one stop to get both items done and see how this works out.
Like there's the ticker down to 000 here at Texas Motor Speedway. We're going to Rack them up here. Give a second for the computer to catch up with timing and scoring. We're going to hit the grid for our starting lineup here momentarily.
Sitting here listening to the driver's meeting right now as Scott brings up the standings for the starting grid.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, my starting grid's not working again, so
Oh,
you have the starting grid there, Ken? I think it might be having to do with the heat races, but yeah.
Yeah, so on the pole, we got JJ Garrett will start off on the inside there. Ron Quincell on the outside in position 2. Michael Melfelt Jr. starts in 3rd. John Panzula will start in 4th. On the inside, Robert Mattis. On his outside, David Schreck in 6th place. Brian Bazell in that DuPont car. Rainbow Warrior car starts in 7th. Brad Ream in 8th. Dustin Covington in 9th. And Jack Watts will start us off in 10th. In 11th, we got John Stepanich. And on his outside, Greg Mall in 12th. Calvin Miller in 13th. John Henderson in 14th. Justin Michael, seen him in that heat race. Our current points leader will start in 15th. This is not a points race, however. Kerry Cleaver in 16th. Bill Paradise in 17th. Gene Daly isn't a normal guy in this series, but is here for the All-Star race, typically pretty fast. Will start in 18th. Wesley Holland will start in 19th. Heath Smith will start in 20th. Josh R. Scott will start in 21st. Vernon Margheim in 22nd. Jason Hughes in 23rd. Trent Drum in 24th. Jeff Gilmore starts in 25th. Ken Richardson will start in 26th. Eric Talent 27th. James Hearns 28th. Christopher Davis in 29th. Kyle Chadwick in 30th. Christopher Howell in 31st. Charles Widener in 32nd. Jeffrey Merck in 33rd, all the way in the back, and Billy Bumgardner rounds out your field in 34th.
That's it, 34 cars taking the green flag here, 88 laps around the 1.5 mile at Texas Motor Speedway. Looking at Brian Bizzle, I should say. I always get that wrong. Brian Bizzle.
Did he make that correction to us, Scott?
Yeah,
Bizzle,
he did.
I have to learn something new.
Yeah.
10 weeks later, he finally lets me know how to pronounce his last name.
Here we are, pace car is in, and we are green flag racing just about. JJ Garrett on the pole, on the outside the 56 car.
Yeah, you
down,
take some slow there
all the way down
across the
to
start-finish
restart.
line, yeah.
We're on the green, here we go.
This is where these guys are going to have to be very careful. I heard maybe Billy Bumgarner got a black flag. I don't know if you see it there on your timing and scoring there, but...
I don't know. I don't see black flag, so it's hard to follow here. But
yeah,
right
sounds
now
like
for a second spot, Michael Milfelt on the inside of the 56 car.
Yeah, you had somebody there taking a look on the outside. Looks like Ron Quincell of that car, JJ Garrett. Michael Milfelt all over the back. Ron Quincell gets in the wall there. He's going to lose a ton of positions.
Yeah, just scrape the wall there. See the right side of that beat up car gets sideways in turn 1 and 2. Awesome save there by Ron.
He's still not done crashing.
Still not done.
Yeah, we are under caution.
There's a yellow flag, lap 2 under caution.
And we might have had a lead change during all that. Michael Melfelt Jr. might have picked up that spot, just had a nose ahead of...
New leader, Michael Milfelt Jr., Federated Auto Parts, Toyota Camry.
So now, yeah, that was a little messy. This is what I was talking about, Scott, with the being loose in and off, and kind of tight in the middle. You know, you got to be careful on both ends when you're entering the corners. And
so what I'm looking at now in turn 1 and 2, you can look at it with us here. We're going to look at it, the replay, this instant replay under caution. Almost the exact same thing happened with Greg Mall. I found this interesting because I just went back in incident, but here's what happened back in the field. And we didn't even realize it. The exact same thing. Greg Mall gets sideways in turn 1 and 2. Almost saves it, just like we saw, what was that, Ron Quincell doing that up front?
Yeah.
Almost saves it, and then around it goes again. Overcorrects, outside wall. John Pansula just gets the clip there. And it looks like Wesley Holland also may get some damage on the right door there as well. Rear bumper clip all gone from Greg Mall. Tough break for him.
Yeah, that was a brutal hit, yeah, for Wesley Holland too. Yeah, tough break. We got about 4 cars on pit lane. They might have been involved in the incidents. Looks like we got the 29, the 56, and the 556 all on pit lane at the moment. Doesn't do any good to take fuel or tires, so I imagine that they are there to get some of the damage repaired.
There's Ron Quincell on pit road. We talked about him.
So that means now that Greg Mall is pretty much taken himself out, I imagine we'll hear from him in chat here in a minute.
That's true. Maybe he'll join us on the broadcast, and maybe I can get a break for a little bit here.
There was no quick repairs, right? Or was there one?
No, negative. No quick
good.
repairs at all.
Got some drivers already
fired up.
Their next move. What was that, Scott?
They're already fired up in the chat.
Yeah.
In the race chat.
It's tough, man. It's tough. I gotta admit, these guys that are hanging on right now. I'm just looking here back at Justin Michael. Let's see, he started 15th, he's up to 9th, and he did that in a couple of laps. So he's moving to the front. I'm just looking at our movers here. We had John Stepanich started in 11th and is up to 6th. So, and then we had Dustin Covington, who started in 9th and is up to 3rd in that orange car there. I almost said it's Home Depot. I'd have to zoom in to see what's on the side of Dustin Covington's car there.
I think I painted that for him. That should be Real Tree, I believe, camo.
Oh, that's what it is, yeah. Hearing some of our race admin talking about black flags right now, and some maybe some iRacing issues with black flags. Not sure what's going on. Now we got starting on the top 10 here, we got new leader Michael Buffeld Jr. in that 155 car, followed by JJ Garrett, who started on the pole. Dustin Covington up to 3rd. Will start in 3rd, actually. John Panzula in 4th. David Schreck in 5th. John Stepanich in 6th. Brad Ream in 7th. Justin Michael 8th. Calvin Miller 9th. And Jack Watts rounds out your top 10. I would imagine that Michael Milfeld Jr. is not going to be slacking as much as JJ Garrett was on the start. JJ led him to the line, almost to the start-finish line before he took off. So I don't know. I didn't hear the admins. I didn't hear that they had a really tight restart zone here tonight. But we'll have to watch 155 car, how he gets this thing started.
Yeah, I agree. Great run in the heat race by Michael Milfeld. See if he can keep the tires under it. Pace car makes a left turn off on turn number 4. JJ Garrett on the outside. Covington on the inside in row number 2, and Michael Milfeld takes him down. Here's the green flag. And
wow, really late again.
There it is, late again. We go, racing Texas Motor Speedway, all-star style.
Got Dustin Covington pushing that 155 car, trying to get around 79 car of JJ Garrett. I had to uncover my screen there. Scott. JJ Garrett trying to hang on the outside there. Justin Michaels creeping in that 4th spot right now, and we're under caution.
Caution's out again.
So, well, the thing about no quick repairs tonight, as the field starts getting thinner, that should clean the race up a little bit.
Looks like on the backstretch, Jack Watts got a little sideways there off of turn number 2. See if we can find him up here. There we go. Let's go on board with Jack Watts. Just gets sideways off of turn number 2, hooks a left turn into the wall. Hard lick, almost gets turned upside down. Rough break there.
Yep, Purdy car got some damage on it tonight. Jason Hughes is out there talking quite a bit out there in the driver's radio there. Trying to determine what's going on the track, what these guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Got Vernon Margheim pretty much, he's headed pit lane. He just brushed that 77 car So the 33 is headed into pit lane, and probably maybe just to take a quick peek, maybe knock out a fender or something like that. Again, it's we're nowhere near a pit window or a tire window, so that's about his best option at this point. Get the aero fixed on the car if there is any damage. It looked like it was a light touch there, Scott, between him and the 77.
Yeah, John Pansul on pit road, Bill Paradise on pit road. These guys got to be careful too. That you come in to get some repairs done, you got to remember to uncheck those tires. I hope all these guys know they only have one spare set of tires, so it's going to be a long night if you end up putting them on lap 8 here.
Yeah, watching 33 head off pit lane.
Wesley Hall as well, got some contact on the right side on one of those yellows. He probably got some repairs done there.
So Scott, let's talk about the league and the broadcast really quick. Hey guys, if you like what you see, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. Let us know that that you appreciate what we do here, and it also helps get the channel pushed out there more to more eyes on the channel, and maybe do some good recruiting from here. Nice thing about this league here is we run pretty much 6-7 nights a week in a lot of different disciplines, oval and road course racing. Tomorrow night, Scott, I believe we have got the Xfinity Series. That's put on by Jimmy Todd. That's our Tuesday night series. We'll talk about maybe some of the other series, but the Tuesday night series, I think you and I, Scott, agree that the Xfinity cars are a lot of fun to drive. Really enjoy those cars, and that's a good series that Jimmy Todd puts on.
Yeah, that
on
is,
Tuesday nights.
It's one of my favorite ones. I just like the Xfinity car, the way it drives. It's a very driver-oriented car, meaning like I feel like the driver can have a ton of input as to how they wear the tires, lap times, that kind of thing, and I just like that kind of racing. Jimmy Todd puts on a great series. He's an awesome admin. I know people are, for the longest time, were hung up on his no fast repairs that he has on Tuesday nights, but now in the Cup Series, we've kind of taken on, that's kind of carried over here, so we've got no fast repairs here either.
Yeah, and I think the no fast repairs is a good way to operate too, because it makes you focus and more disciplined that way too. So I do think that's a good option. And Jimmy Todd's been running that series for quite a while, and I always enjoyed racing in it. I think he does a 12-week schedule, follows, I think, pretty much the iRacing Xfinity series. Again, it's a fixed setup series. They run a little bit more fuel than the Cup cars do. I think it's around 70% fuel under a fixed setup and a limited set of tires and no quick repairs. So if you're interested in running that Xfinity series Tuesday nights here in Multi-League, we should be getting the one to go here, Scott, as we past the flag man here.
Yeah, the scoring box in the top left corner, if you're watching, see how the yellow flag is there right now. When we do take the one to go signal, which will probably be this time, you'll see the yellow flag extinguish along with the lights on the pace car. There they go out, and there's the yellow flag out. So Dustin Covington lined up, double file on the outside, JJ Garrett on the inside of row 2. Of course, Michael Milfelt is our leader, as JJ lets him know that he's right there. And Justin Michael starting 4th, and David Schreck, awesome run for David Schreck so far in 5th spot, it looks like.
Yeah, pretty much where he started. He started in 6th, and he's gained 1 position. And Justin Michael, he's been coming. He started in 15th up to 4th, so he is working his way up to the front. If anybody knows how to get it done, it's Justin.
I think I think for this restart, we're going to crank it up a little bit here. We'll probably do a couple of them tonight because we're here to have some fun on All-Star night. So we'll do a crank it up on this restart. What were you going to say, Ken?
I was going to say Justin Michael, watching him during the heat races. Justin Michael did slip up during the heat races, so he's not immune to errors either. Anyway, lights are out in the pace car. You got your top 5. We're about to go green, and Scott is going to crank it up.
Here we go. Turn the sensitive, turn the volume down. We're going to turn it up for you if you like that. Here's some engine sounds, and we're going to let these guys rip around. Texas Motor Speedway, 10 laps in the books. Lap number 11 going on the board. Michael Milfelt Jr., Dustin Covington on the outside there. Here we go. Pace car's in. Here we go, folks. Enjoy the crank it up. Well, looks like a parking lot on the backstretch. We'll have to investigate that one. Several cars stopped here. We'll get back to you and take a look at that replay as things get sorted out. Lap number 12 on the board. And our leader, that must have happened up front because our leader right now is
Justin
David
Michael.
Schreck.
I heard him on the radio. Justin Michael was not pleased with whatever happened there, so. And it sounded like that collected up maybe quite a few cars there, Scott. Are you going back for the replay here?
Yeah, we're just about to take a look here. I'll do it live with you. Looks like Michael Milfeld is already sideways there. We'll try to back that up and see what happened to Michael Milfeld. Yeah, oh, there it is, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Justin Michael got into JJ Garrett, who's basically got pinned into the wall and just.
You see Michael Milfeld loose, turn number 2 all by himself. Justin Michael gets up here, up the track. Looks like he avoids contact so far. Did he get him? Oh, yep, and then plows and look at JJ Garrett going flying in the air there. Wow.
Yeah, that was that's kind of an ugly wreck there. Who was it in that Attell car that went by? Seemed to skated through that.
Attell would be David Schreck, which was our leader.
Oh, you should go do the cockpit of him going through that wreck.
I was either going to do that or JJ Garrett cockpit view. Watch him get,
I would do Schreck because he avoided everything, it looked like.
All right. Oh, Schreck was our leader. Let's do this. There we go, right in the middle there.
I'm going to have to watch it on the YouTubes myself. See what that looked like.
Maybe as one more replay from JJ Garrett up here. Let's see. JJ Garrett's cockpit. Here we go. To the outside wall. Dustin Covington making contact there. Up and around. JJ making some tumbles there.
Yeah, I'm just now catching up to it. Oh, yeah. That's not the way you want to end your night at Texas.
Nope.
JJ did the Texas two-step there.
Texas two-step to the garage.
So our leader, David Schreck's headed to pit lane. I don't know, he might have got a little bit of damage in there. Hopefully he remembers to uncheck those tires. But his car doesn't look like it has any damage on it there, Scott. I don't know if you could get a close-up of David Schreck here and see if there's any damage on that car.
The right side is pretty well torn up, but the left side looks pretty good, pretty decent.
Well, our field is thinning. We're down to 23 cars on the lead lap. So these caution flags. So what lap are we on here too, Scott? Let me take 15. A look. So we're at lap 15. So this is before any of our timed cautions.
Go through our top 5 right now because it's changed quite a bit after that huge parking lot and aerobatics there on the backstretch. Brad Remar now our leader. Christopher Davis in 2nd. Jason Hughes in 3rd. Jeff Gilmore in 4th. John Pansula in 5th. Shout out to Kerry Cleaver. We don't see him up front all that often, so I want to give Kerry his credit in that green and silver car there. In 6th, Ken Richardson in 7th, Vernon Margheim in 8th, Brian Bizzell in the DuPont colors in 9th. Bizzell, thank you. I need to start paying him or something every time I say it wrong, right? But,
I had to force myself to learn that correction tonight myself.
Billy Bumgarner in 10th. Here's a change in race control as we're listening to the chat. Kim Quick saying competition caution on lap 30 is going to be the only competition caution tonight. And there's going to be that surprise yellow sometime between lap 30 and 88 now.
I wasn't sure. I thought he said 30 and 40 he was still going to do, but maybe you're right.
I heard that he was only going to do the 30, but yeah.
Okay.
We'll have to keep our eyes peeled for that. Lights are on the pace car. There we go.
And you owe me a quarter or whatever that's called.
David Schreck just limping off the pit road now. I think he might be a lap down. At least one lap down.
Yeah, I'm looking at my time and scoring here. I'm not showing him lap down yet, but maybe after they cross the start-finish line. Unless he went in again, came out and went back in, trying to knock out some damage there. Then Wesley Hahn, that Wesley Hahn's car looks like a mess.
Well, here's one of the favorites, I'm sure, going into this. He's got at least one win on the season so far, and won the Indy 500 in dominating fashion yesterday afternoon.
Greg Mall's still out there. We thought he might be packing up. He's 6 laps down, but he's still out there turning some laps. Maybe he wants to get some practice at driving an ill-handling car for future races this season. All right, we're getting ready to go racing again here. Scott, lights are out in the pace car. These guys have been really delayed on the starts here. Pace car dives in. Normally I would expect him to pick it up about after that cone, but let's see how far our leader, Brad Ream, brings him to the start-finish line. Again, very late. Yep, we're green, and that outside car, Christopher Davis gets a nice jump. Brings the 57 to Jeff Gilmore right along with him on the outside there. Change for the lead almost immediately. Bernard Margheim there, and back there in 5th and 4th, under pressure from the 58 car of Jason Hughes. Jason Hughes gets a nice run off that corner. Going to put some pressure there on that green car, who just Terry Cleaver's 69 car there. That chrome green car out there. Well, Jason Hughes is looking tough out there tonight there, Scott.
That he is in the SRX Chevy you're on board right now. Brad Ream gets kicked to the outside there. Looks like some damage on the back end of that Bad Apple Chevy.
Going back up for the lead here, Christopher Davis under attack from Jeff Gilmore in that 57 car. 57 dives underneath of Christopher Davis, trying to make that work, hold it to the bottom. He's going to clear him here and get out in front. Got to be careful on the throttle here. I know Christopher Davis during the heat races was struggling with that loose car, so Christopher's probably erring on the side of caution right now. Hopefully that car will come to him.
We got to kind of tiptoe through here. 20 laps on these tires. They're going to start warming up, and yellow flag is out.
Put it out, turn 4. I have a spectator climbing the fence.
And we are back under our normal conditions.
I think that was Kerry Cleaver, I believe.
Cleaver.
There it is. Let's back it up. You're seeing it live with us, and there goes Kerry Cleaver sideways off of turn number 4. Gets a little loose through the grass. Needs some mowing through the logos. Sure, the logo company's not going to be too pleased.
Got to pay the sponsors back.
Right.
Well, his car's green. He's going through the grass. He should have a John Deere sponsor, actually.
Yeah, maybe we should do that. I did a John Deere truck for, I think it was Jeffrey Mark. They were all giving him a hard time in the truck series, the Ken Conley truck series on Thursday nights. He kept mowing the grass a couple times, so I literally made him a John Deere truck as a joke,
Well,
and he ran it the following week.
Well, since you brought up the Kent Conley truck series, I guess we can talk about that. We talked about the Xfinity night here in Multi-League. We run the Kent Conley, I guess it's the Camping World Truck Series on Thursday nights. It's, again, a fixed setup league with about 70% fuel. We get 3 sets of tires, and like I said, we run that every Thursday night. As I'm saying that, we have a bunch of takers on pit lane, but it doesn't look like there were any of our leaders, though. It looked like the car's a little bit further back, probably going to do some damage control. But yeah, Thursday nights, our late Kent Conley ran that truck series for longer than Jimmy Town ran his series, but it's probably one of the oldest series in this league is that Kent Conley series. And we lost Kent last year due to cancer. He drove that 088 Roll Tide Alabama truck, if you remember that, Scott.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. That was a sharp-looking truck, and I remember him winning his last championship too at Las Vegas. It was just a few months before he passed away, unfortunately, but he was racing all the way to the end, enjoyed every minute of it, and we enjoyed every minute of seeing him on the racetrack every week. The nicest guy out there by far. He'd do anything for anybody out here, so miss you, brother.
Yeah, miss you, Kent. Yeah, so you know, those of you that are interested in another night, we got some more ovals with the truck series. I think they follow again the iRacing schedule. A little bit of road thrown in there every once in a while, and it's always a lot of fun. Those trucks are a tremendous amount of fun, and I always enjoy racing those guys out there. We're gonna reset again. I see. I'm looking at the 9 there of David Schreck. He was moving through the field there under caution. I'm not sure what was going on. Let's see what lap we were on. 21, so we haven't reached not anywhere near that lap 30 that we're looking for the mandatory caution.
Yep. While we're here, why don't we talk with Billy Bumgarner up in the booth. This is Scott and Ken Huber up here. We saw you racing during your heat, and I believe you won your heat, but you're back in the pack right now running 12th. How's the car feel? Is it big handling issues, or are you just out there kind of buying your time, avoiding the wrecks so far?
The car feels good. I'm just basically just trying to ride around a little bit, and you got to be there at the end to win it, so they don't need to push it right now.
Yeah, certainly the case there. Charlotte, North Carolina. Hey, I'm going to be down in your area next week for the 600. Is there any chance that you're going to the race?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm supposed to be going Sunday, and is that when you're going, Sunday?
Yeah, the Coke 600. I will be there, so maybe I'll get your number or something, and we'll hook up down there.
Yeah, all right, 10-4.
Hey, Mr. Billy there. It sounds like you got a hornet's nest in the cabin of that car. What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I wish we'd get some more green flag stops, though. I mean, runs, that's for sure. These cautions are getting old.
Well, we're starting to eliminate people, so those green flags might be coming sooner or later, because I imagine about half the field is suffering with damage and whatnot, so hopefully we'll start cleaning up here in a few more laps.
Yeah, 10-4.
All right, good luck down there, Billy. Sharp-looking Coast Guard car down there, and good luck for the rest of the race.
All right, I appreciate it, and y'all guys are doing a good job putting the booth like always.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Good luck tonight.
There's Billy
All right.
Bumgarner in 12th.
We'll see what he has for the field tonight. So the lights are out in the pace car as we get ready to go racing again. Hopefully a little bit longer than we have been, but we got a mandatory stop at lap 30. So Jeff Gilmore will lead us to the green flag. He made that pass on Christopher Davis. He'll start on his outside in second. In third will be Vernon Margheim. Jason Hughes on his outside in fourth. Brad Ream starts in that 61 car in fifth. Brian Bizzle in the 18 car, that
You almost did it
Jeff
too.
Gordon scheme. I almost did it. It's a hold habits are hard to break. James Hearns back there in seventh. Kyle Chadwick in eighth. Ken Richardson in ninth. And John Panzula, we haven't talked about him too much tonight, rounds out your top 10.
All right, let's do an onboard. What car should we do an onboard for the restart here with?
I kind of like, let's see what's James Hearns doing tonight.
Oh boy, back there in 8th?
Eighth. Or you can,
yeah, I like James Hearns on the roof here for the restart.
pace car ducks into pit lane. I get excited right now, but they're hitting that throttle pedal pretty late here on the front stretch. Green flag is out, and here we go.
Oh, James Hearns on the outside, looking for 3 wide. Looks better of it.
Yeah, you must know that we put the camera on it there, Scott. Wants to show off a little bit. Down up front, that 57, Jeff Gilmore gets a nice run off, takes the lead. Vernon Margheim working on the inside of Christopher Davis there. That 33 car got 3 wide just behind them. Kyle Chadwick splits the difference, and Jason Hughes splits that 61 car. Had a 3 wide there for a second.
Awesome move there by Chadwick. I think he picked up a couple spots.
And Chadwick is always very fast, very aggressive, so no surprise seeing Chadwick working his way up front, but Justin Michael worked his way up front tonight, and you see what that got him. That got him 2 Tylenol and a Motrin.
Up front, Christopher Davis trying to change up the line a little bit. Kind of a higher arc there into turn 3. Not sure it's going to pay off as Vernon looks to the inside. He opens the door. Side by side to the stripe. Vernon looking to progress here. Lap 25. 26 right now. Here we go.
only one right way around Texas.
And ain't the top side.
Not right now, anyway. Looking a little bit further back. Back there in, let's see, that's in 5th. By the time I caught it, that race had ended. So I was looking at Jason Hughes again. Then the 18 car, Brian Bizzle.
Let's say I need some more practice with Brian Bizzle, so let's go with Brian Bizzle here.
Yeah. Jason Hughes looking on the inside of that Brad Ream car, that 61 car, that red, white, and blue car, and makes that pass look easy.
As we watch that battle from the onboard of Brian Bizzle, started in 7th.
And Brian Bizzle now looking on the inside of that 61 car. A little bit closer up front there, Kyle Chadwick putting pressure on Christopher Davis there, trying to get around that that red and I want to say red, white, and teal car. The car was Christopher Davis seems to be changing his paint scheme a lot this season, Scott. But the colors, that teal color, there's always some type of teal in it.
Yeah, that's what I really like about when I do paint schemes for guys. I personally really like when there's some sort of consistent theme, whether it be something like Christopher Davis. I love the teal, right? You see the rims, you see the number, you always know it's him, no matter, pretty much he can change that sponsor to almost anything he likes. But I also like how he keeps the sponsor within the color scheme of what's recognizable for him. So awesome job there, sharp looking Wendy's car there.
Yeah, I was just going to say the Wendy's sponsor in that color scheme really works out really well with that. So more so than the Tim Hortons scheme.
Right.
But I don't live up there in Cheeseland, as I like to call Canada, the land of milk and honey up there. So I don't know what color Tim Hortons actually runs up there.
Getting back a little bit further in the field here, Ken Richardson, that Ford Mustang, looking on the inside of Brad Ream, collects that spot, move him up to 7th spot. Started 26, Ken Richardson up, 19 spots. He's going to be, oh man, a lot of these guys moved up quite a bit.
Yeah, there's been quite a bit of shake-up here tonight, Scott. Well, it's an all-star race, so guys kind of can let their hair down, as I said at the beginning of the race, and kind of run that. Now we're at lap 30, so I wonder if the league admin's going to throw the caution here on the next time by. We'll have to wait and see.
We will find out this time around. That is lap 31 on the board.
And we're still green. Well, this is about the longest green flag run we've had. Maybe the admin's like, you know what?
Let's leave it green and save ourselves.
Yeah, well, they'll probably cause some caution themselves, and then I won't have to throw it. I don't know. We'll see. But it's starting to clean up now, and starting to get some racing here.
We got Wesley Holland on the inside of Brad Ream. Brad Ream gives him room. Wesley Holland got beat up a little bit earlier in those couple of those yellows, but he's making his way back to the front, currently in 8th.
Yeah, you caught that same battle as I was getting ready to pipe in there with Wesley Holland working his way up front. Brad Ream just seems to be giving up position after position. Brad Ream started in 8th and now is in 9th, so he's kind of worked his way up to the top 5, and then now is starting to drift backwards.
Maybe he's saving tires, knowing that he only has that one set of tires in the pits. Could be.
Yeah, so we still haven't had that caution yet, so I wonder if we missed something here, Scott.
You got me. I think we both heard Kim Cook in our ear saying it's going to be lap 30, so I don't know.
So looking back here at the 16 car of Ken Richardson, and that pass has been completed. He's putting pressure on Wesley Holland right now. Kind of backed up there. Ken Richardson looks like he's a car there to contend, and Wesley Holland goes by the inside of that Jeff Gordon lookalike of Brian Bizzle. Kind of got his name right on the first try.
Brian Bizzle to the inside of turn number 1. Jason Hughes gets thrown high there, and Wesley Holland picks up another spot, moving him up to 5th, I believe that will be.
Yeah, so speaking of Wesley Holland, can't quite get past Smoke there, but Jason Hughes' nickname is Smoke there, and as Wesley Holland does accomplish that pass. Usually I'm talking about Jason Hughes whipping up some smoke tonight, but I haven't seen it. He's had a really clean run tonight. And that 16 car looks like he's taking it kind of easy tonight. Still watching Ken Richardson here. Sometimes that car gives the illusion it's going really fast because I think he's really strong into the corners, but then his exits are really slow off. So I think he's going to get a run on somebody and doesn't quite accomplish it.
Yeah, kind of taking advantage of Brian Bizzle opening the door. You see him make that super wide arc into the corner, and that's tempting as a driver to kind of stuff it in there and fill that gap. Because you watch him drives a little bit deeper than Brian Bizzle does on the inside. Can't quite get. Oh, drifts high, might pull it off. Nice job there avoiding the wall.
Yeah, our leader's still Jeff Gilmore in that 57 car. I'm wondering if Kim Quick is going to throw that caution on lap 40 now. Maybe he had wanted to get some green flag racing in. I'm sure he's going to throw it. So,
or maybe he said 30 and meant 40, or maybe, I don't know, maybe he said 30 and changed it to 40. Who knows?
He isn't drinking the really good stuff tonight.
37 on the board. Let's talk about some lap times here. Last time around, our leader, Jeff Gilmore, with a 30.8. Vernon Margine with a 31.2. Vernon was right on the tail of Jeff Gilmore for a few laps there, but looks like he's dropping off a couple tenths every lap to our leader. Kyle Chadwick also with a 30.2. Christopher Davis back there in fourth with a 31.2.
Just looking back through the field here. Not the best battle right now. Is still going back there on their 6th position with the 58 car. And Brian Bizzle back there in the 18 car. Trying to peek on the inside, outside, whatever he can do to get by that 58 car. But all these cars look pretty evenly paired at the moment. Might be waiting for that mandatory caution at this point.
39 laps on the board. We'll see what happens next time by here.
Oh, we have a car in the wall there, Scott, but we're green. That was a lapper back up front with the top two. The 29 car got in the wall there, and both our leaders got by him cleanly, but it was a close call for both those guys. 42, so I just heard it. I think you heard that, Scott. Lap 42, we're throwing the caution here. There's all kinds of pressure on our leader right now. Vernon Margine all over the back door of Jeff Gilmore in that 57 car.
That is, he's caught him. It was kind of deceiving that he would let off a couple tenths, but he was right back to his bumper. That time 5 tenths quicker than Jeff Gilmore. We'll see if he makes a move here in the next lap or two.
Yeah, it looked like Vernon Margine was giving up all kinds of time on Jeff Gilmore there. We'll see if he's got anything for him. Like I said, the 29 car kind of got in their way for a minute. That allowed Vernon Margine to get to the back door of that 57 car.
Run board on the roof. The Hanley Manufacturing number 33 of Vernon Margine as he tries to chase down, looking for a move. So is caution coming on lap 42? Is that what we heard from race control?
That's what I heard. Yeah, race control said lap 42, so we'll see. Should be this time by, I think. And we crossed the line.
Cross.
And we're still green, I think. We'll see. I hear some drivers chat. There might be some stuff going on in the back here, too. I'm looking. Still that battle back there for 6 with Jason Hughes and whatnot. That hasn't changed. Still single file racing back there. Top 2 leaders. We got the mandatory caution finally came out.
Leaders coming off 4.
I think our admin wanted to get most of the cars across the line before he threw it.
They heard David Hoots. We got some David Hoots sound clips here helping us out in the tower as well. He's up there with Kim Quick. He says, put it out.
Now, I think we might have a surprise there, Scott, as Kim was saying. Not sure what that surprise is going to be. Now, here's another interesting thing. So 88 laps. Well, I guess they can, I guess they can make it now. So it's going to be tires and fuel strategy, I think, at this point. Question is what kind of curveball is the race admin's going to throw for these guys now?
Let's do this. Let's put the iRacing chat on live so the viewers can hear it just as we hear it as we make pit stops and the tower control
we'll
admin.
We'll wait till the unknown caution to figure it out.
Yeah, Kim's going to probably talk here shortly about what the strategy is going forward for the end of this race.
And some guys have stayed out, elected to stay out. It might not be a bad strategy with the cautions we're seeing tonight. Stay out unless their strategy gets foiled with race control.
Yeah, a lot of guys down pit road. I see the jacks going up, taking tires. Is this too early to take tires? That is your only set that you have to change tires. Knowing that there's another caution coming late in the race, I don't know if I would be taking them now. What do you think? Is there a lot of tire wear?
Yeah,
there is a ton of tire wear.
Might not be
right?
the thing to do, yeah. I didn't run enough laps to see what the tire wear was like, but I can't imagine it's great, especially turns 1 and 2. You just choose through that right front.
Vernon Margheim, that stopped 7.8 seconds, so that's kind of confusing as well. If he took two tires, maybe.
I think he took 2 tires, yeah.
Maybe some left sides, maybe just the left front. One of our guys, Joe Marks, used to do that all the time. He used to take like a left front, and then NASCAR made a rule, iRacing updated, where you can only take 2 tires at a time. And I used to always joke with him that iRacing is protecting him against himself from making dumb calls. But what were you gonna say there, Ken?
That's hilarious. No, I forgot now, but I just realized I didn't think you could change just one individual tire at a time. So that's pretty funny if he was doing that.
Yeah, a few years ago you could, and then iRacing updated and prevented you from doing it.
Hey, well, you know, maybe it's paid off. Joe Marks has got a few wins in multi-league, so maybe that was one of those strategies. So, have you heard of what the race control's doing during this caution yet?
No. I'm just on exit up 4 here.
You can hear it live, and waiting for Kim to chime up. I think he said he was going to wait till the end of this caution, probably after all the pit stops sort out, so guys aren't confused as to what's going on. But we'll keep the radio open so you can hear it live just as we hear it.
Have another one, Greg.
From race control.
Yep.
So it looks like
I'll try to get you work.
the race control's waving the 7 car around the field here. Getting some laps back. Normally we wouldn't do this, or race control wouldn't do this, but it is an all-star race and it is for fun. Points are not on the line tonight, so.
It should be interesting. He's 5 laps down is what I'm showing. Is he going to wave him around 5 times, you think? Or is it just like 1 per yellow? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. You know, with the amount of cautions we had tonight, though, getting Greg back on the lead lap is probably pretty doable.
True. From Aurora, Nebraska. I can never say that right. I was asking him yesterday when he was on the broadcast with me from Indianapolis, and no stumble every time. Kind of like Brian Bizzle.
Aurora?
Aurora.
Okay, yeah, I know Aurora. I had to go full screen on YouTube there to see how that was spelled there. That's all right. We've been messing with that 18 car for the last 12 races too. So
maybe not.
So I think the lights will go out in the pace car this time by. We'll see.
Robert, I didn't.
Yep, lights are up.
Lights are up.
I just tried to got you back around too.
So we have our new race leader. He didn't go into the pits. It's Christopher Davis. On his outside will be Wesley Holland, who also didn't pit, and the 18 car Brian Bizzle will start in 3rd on the inside. Ken Richardson in 4th on the outside. James Hearns in 5th. Calvin Miller. I can't even talk tonight, Scott. Will start in 6th. Kyle Chadwick in 7th. Trent Jum will start in 8th. And then the first car that pitted, and I don't believe for even floor tires, that would be Vernon Margheim, will start in 9th. And Jeff Gilmore rounds out your top 10.
And there you have it. We're just past the halfway mark. 46 laps on the board of 88. We'll turn race control off and concentrate on the cars. We'll turn it back on if something important happens, and we'll keep you updated. Right now, we're not sure exactly what the situation is with the cautions towards the end of this thing, but we're in the second half now. Christopher Davis leading them down. Turn number 3, green this time. Wesley Holland, of all people, I thought he was going to be down and out early on with that damage, but he's climbing right back to the front of this thing.
Yeah, with him staying out too, Scott, that's going to give him keep his tires in the pits for when that caution does come out. He can get the 4 fresh goodies on that thing. Pace car's in. Be another late start, I imagine, here. Christopher Davis brings him in. I think race control is saying you can't go until the flagman waves. And the flagman has waved the green flag, and they're away. Wesley Holland staying strong on the outside of Christopher Davis there. Can't quite do it. Got Brian Bizzle on the inside. Brian Bizzle. I did it, Scott.
Put $1
Wesley
in the
Holland
jar.
charging hard on that outside there, 1 and 2. Trying to get on the outside of Christopher Davis. Same thing.
Ken
16
Richardson
car.
making a big charge there on the outside. Wesley Holland maybe on old tires there. I wonder how those new tires are doing for Vernon Margheim. Looks like he's in about 8th spot back there still, stuck on the inside.
Yeah, Vernon's got a bunch of traffic to get through, but we got a new leader, Wesley Holland, in that damaged 41 car. So does it on the outside, and you know, Wesley's probably not thinking about his tires at this point. You know, he got 40-some laps on these tires. It's like, well, you know, we're gonna get another pit. We're gonna get another caution here, so I'll get some fresh ones on here eventually. So use them up now. The next side-by-side battle is back there for 5th and 6th, it looks like, with James Hearns. Side-by-side there, Vernon Margheim looking on his outside there. Looks like James got a little loose. That allowed Vern to take that outside there. Doesn't quite have him clear, or should have him clear by 1 here. Give that position to Vernon Margheim. Got the 20 car now of Calvin Miller. Took a look at James Hearns there. Now he's being passed by Jeff Gilmore here in that 57 car. Jeff Gilmore was leading this race there.
Brad Ream that we saw earlier have some issues with some tires floating backwards, but it looks like he's, well, currently in 9th, still in the top 10, making some runs forward here as he passes Calvin Miller in the front straightaway.
Yeah, Ken Richardson back up front here. Just grabbed that 3rd position from Christopher Davis. Christopher Davis is dropping back. Wesley Holland pulled out quite a sizable lead, 3/4 of a second ahead of Brian Bizzle.
Put another $1 in the jar.
Yeah,
Side by side back here, Kyle
today.
Chadwick on the outside of Christopher Davis. Vernon Margheim with nowhere to go. Looks like he's eager to make up some more spots. He chooses the outside. Should be interesting if he can follow Kyle Chadwick. See where this battle goes here.
And we have a mystery caution coming up sometime during this stint. So these guys that are left on the track are doing a great job keeping it green now there, Scott. So really impressive now. I think they got it out of their system. So kind of learned how to drive this car as that 33 car takes a look on the outside of Christopher Davis. Going to take that position, sets his sights on Kyle Chadwick in that 88 car. Whatever tire strategy Vern has taken, that seems to be getting the job done for the moment.
Talking about lap times last time around, Vernon Margheim with a 31.2. Our leader, Wesley Holland, with 39.1. So still about a 10th off the pace here as he looks to the inside of Kyle Chadwick in turn number 3.
Yeah, the
Drifts
problem
up just a little bit here.
problem that Vern's having, he doesn't have clean air like old Wesley. Although Wesley's air isn't very clean with all the damage that's on that car. I'm watching Brian Bizzle close back in on the back of Wesley Holland. Made up 3/4 of a second, or not 3/4 of a second, but 1/4 of a second on Wesley Holland. So starting to run Wesley Holland back down.
Jeff Gordon DuPont colors, his leftover paint scheme from Darlington. He probably didn't get too much of a Darlington stripe on it, so he just loaded it up on the truck and still taking it to the racetrack.
Yeah, I think here in another 2 or 3 laps, it's going to be all over Wesley Holland here. Vernon Margheim now looking at the back there in 4th, looking at the back of that 16 car, Ken Richardson. Trying to make a pass here. He might look on the inside here going into 3. Brian Bizzle up front took a look at Wesley Holland on the inside. Backed off a little bit. Wesley Holland's running that car pretty hard, it looks like.
What I really like is, even though we had a lot of carnage in practice and during the heat races, looks like these guys have figured out the handling. Here the tires have kind of come into play here, and a lot of these guys keeping the wheel underneath them here, so doing an awesome job. Great battle for the lead up here.
Yeah, we get to talk about racing now, Scott.
Right? Not pacing.
Oh, Brian.
Inside.
Brian Bizzle, yep, on the inside. Wes Holland pulls it down on that white line. And looks like he's made a stick there so far. Wesley Holland's staying strong on the outside, though. He's got his foot in that car, but I don't know if Wesley's going to be able to keep it there going into 1. That allows Vernon Margheim to get right up there. Looks at the inside of that 41 car, Wes Holland, right now. Kyle Chadwick a little bit further back in 5th there. Took a look on the outside of that 16 car. Couldn't quite make it work.
On board with Ken Richardson right now for turn number 4. 56 laps rather, going up on the board.
And Vern Margine makes that pass on Wesley Holland now on the inside there. Sets his sights on the 18 car. Wesley Holland trying to charge back, doesn't quite do it. Now the interesting thing here, Scott, is the 18 and the 41 did not pit. So they're on older tires while the 33 did pit. It looks like he took 2 tires. So, you know, when we do have that caution whenever the league admin throws it out, those guys are going to be able to come in and get fresh tires, and Vernon's going to have a little bit older tires to deal with.
Here we are on the inside.
Vernon makes it look easy there on the inside.
There's Brian Bizzle. I almost did it again. Brian Bizzle looking at the rear bumper of Vernon Margine, probably going to start marching away from him in that GTR. CTC Waterworks number 33 Chevy.
Kind of mostly single file just behind all of them. Not seeing any really side-by-side action a little bit further back, Scott. So looks like we're looking at the best action on the track.
Back here with Christopher Davis on the inside of Jeffrey Gilmore. He checks up there. Jeffrey Gilmore with the momentum off of turn number 2. Almost clips the wall. Does a great job staying off the wall. Great side-by-side battle here for 7th spot. Oh, Chadwick, I think, got a little bit loose.
Yeah, it almost looked like he was doing a crossover there, but I think he was just trying to save the car. Anyway, getting back a little bit further here, Brad Ream back there in 11th, looking on the outside of that 20 car, almost gets the wall there. That allows 0-1 of John Panzilla looking at the inside of that 61 car there. The driver we spoke to during that last caution, Billy Bumgarner, back there in 13th, and I believe that's about where we spoke to him too, Scott.
That was, unfortunately, looks like he scraped up the right side of that Ford Mustang Coast Guard number 53 since we talked to him, so not sure where he made that contact, but clipped the wall at some point.
Well, looking back up front here, Vernon Margine took the lead, got by Brian Bizzle, and hasn't really checked out though, so Brian's holding on, got Wes Holland right behind him, so these guys have been able to hold on to their positions. We've got 27 laps to go. There's supposed to be a mystery caution coming out here with some kind of curveball thrown into this, so be interesting to see when that caution comes out, Scott.
Yeah, it's good view down the backstretch there, pretty much all single file. What I really like is amongst all the tire strategies and the pit stops, Vernon Margine on 2 tires in particular, these other guys on older tires, Brian Bizzle, and then Wesley Holland with all the damage in no tires. They're all pretty much staying the same lap times and staying within a couple tenths of each other. Awesome racing up here for the lead.
Most definitely. And then just behind them, Kyle Chadwick, Ken Richardson, Jeff Gilmore, Christopher Davis. They got a little 4-car battle going on, so neither one of them can escape each other or seem to make any headway. So pretty much nose to tail back here. A little bit further back, the 61 car, Brad Ream, who we normally talk about. He's been going backwards, but now took a look on the outside, couldn't quite get it done. This is back there for, I'm looking at my time and scoring. I lost 12th. My place here. Yeah, 12th. Trying to help out my producer so he knows where to put the camera.
Oh, I beat you to it. I'm already there. It's like Calvin Miller looking inside, closes that gap, shuts the door on John Panzilla.
Yeah, John having a very strong race tonight. John sadly lost his father not too long ago, so has been missing from iRacing the past few weeks, and we have a caution thrown by the admin. So our administrative caution appears to be out now. And at what lap are we on here, Scott?
65.
So we'll have about 20 to go when the green flag drops after pit stops and whatnot. So interesting to see what Vernon Margine does, because he pitted for 2 tires, and then the 2 guys behind him haven't pitted at all. So our leader could be a sit and duck when the green flag drops here in a few laps.
Yeah, exactly. And I kind of wonder if 20 laps to go, if anybody is in the back of the pack and willing to maybe take some track position instead of taking tires, or going to be forced to take track position because they don't have any tires left, you know, either way.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see who comes down pit road here. We'll try to follow the best we can here. As pit lane's probably open this time around.
Yeah, everybody catches back up to the pace car here. So the big question is with Werner Margheim. I'm pretty sure if you're Werner Margheim, I think you're kind of stuck with what you got. You kind of made your bed. I don't know. It's hard to say. You know, being that he only has 2 tires left, though, I mean, he's still going to make up track time. So it isn't like he's going to lose a lot of track position. But
it's like Greg Mall's getting one of his laps there. It's probably a lucky dog. Off of turn number 4, we'll see what happens here as the cars dive to pit road. Werner Margheim, Brian Bizzle, Wesley Holland, all these guys. Looks like Chris Howell staying out on the track. Christopher Davis coming in. James Hearns is in. John Pansula staying out. Brad Ream staying out. And Jason Hughes staying out on the track. Quite a few cars. Kerry Cleaver staying out in a 69 car. Lots of action.
Oh, Brian Bizzle, he missed his pit box, had to back it up. He went into pit second. That's probably going to cost him a couple spots on pit lane here. He is taking 4 tires, though. Werner Margheim on his way out. Got Wesley Holland behind him, it looks like. Wesley Holland with the fast stop. So the 18 car comes 4th out. Ken Richardson beats him out. So out of all the guys that pitted, so pretty much stayed the same. Brian Bizzle lost a spot. Looking a little bit further back here. Unfortunately, my timing and scoring doesn't catch up very fast after pit stops here.
I'll try to fill it in here. Maybe we'll wait till they cross the stripe again, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Christopher Howell, our leader, who stayed out. John Pansula stayed out. Brad Ream in 3rd. Jason Hughes in 4th. Kerry Cleaver 5th. Those are all the cars that stayed out. So top 5 stayed out, and then we're back to Werner Margheim in 6th. Who obviously pitted. Ken Richardson, Brian Bizzle, and Jeff Gilmore and Kyle Chadwick in the top 10.
Wes,
it's on now, Scott. So the admin is handing out penalties, and I don't think they're real penalties, but it's part of tonight's fun with the All-Star race.
Here it is. Let's listen to it live.
We've lost half the field anyway. Now, here it is. What do you guys think? Should we send Vern to the back with him? Let's have a vote on it.
Yay.
Yeah.
They're voting right now as who they're going to send to the back of the pack.
Heck yeah.
Right now, Verna's on the chopping block.
You know, we're a little lonely back here.
They already
live
sent
with
2
us
back.
on the broadcast.
If
Race
you're sending
control
Kyle and
all the drivers, who's going to go to the back?
I don't know. Yeah, I'd
So
say
far,
you
they
can
sent
send Vern
Wesley
back
Holland
too.
back and Kyle Chadwick to the back.
It's done.
There goes Vern.
There goes Vernon.
Bump up, bump.
Hail Vern. All right, guy, here's the thing. I got a message from Scott a minute ago up in the booth. Patented Paints is giving $25 to the winner tonight.
Well, there you go, Scott. Advertising for you there.
Yeah, look at that.
That was a nice
Can you say
gesture
that
there,
again?
Scott.
Patented Paints throwing out $25 to the winner tonight.
Oh, yeah, you heard it from Race Control, from Patented Paints.
Man, I can get a case of beer with that.
Myself, $25 to the winner, Chris Howell, right now.
Chris, I know you're at the front right now, but I know you've been blinking,
seats, I should
so
say.
if I got to move you to the back, it's not because I'm being mean about it. It's just because, you know, you're at the front of the
There goes
pack,
Greg
and if it
Ball
starts
there on
blinking,
the
that could
outside.
cause
They're
a problem,
getting another
okay?
one of his laps down. I think he'll be down 2 laps.
Man, these guys
Well,
got to
if
start
they go real
worrying
fast,
if
won't
get Greg
nobody
Mall
see
back
me
on the lead
anyway.
lap here.
That's the plan then.
Keep in mind, let's not forget our race leader right now, Christopher Howell, riding from a hotel room in that chair, steering wheel, and mobile desktop. So, awesome job leading the All-Star race. 20 laps to go. May want to use that as a permanent
Kyle
setup.
West, I know you guys got a lot of
Yeah, that
talent,
might be
so
it.
when you
Might
come
be
through
the-
that field, try not
What do
to
you call it?
wreck anybody doing it, please.
School of good driving, getting in that lawn chair and making the best night out of it. So Rod Minton had a good night. I think it was back at Richmond where he had to go somewhere and kind of took a home
I don't
rig
think I'm going
with a
anywhere.
laptop
This
and
thing is
whatnot,
junk.
and had a good night that night as well.
That
But
he
to show you
did.
the dedication, though, Scott, this isn't even a points race. So, you know, you got to wonder about Christopher Howell, you know.
Lights are out. And
So our top 5, Christopher Howell, John Panzula in 2nd, Brad Ream in 3rd, Jason Hughes in 4th, Kerry Cleaver in 5th. Of the drivers that got sent to the back, Wesley Holland got sent back to the back. Vernon Margheim got sent to the back, and we had one other driver that got sent back. I'm trying to remember who that was, Scott.
Kyle Chadwick, did you get him?
Yeah, I think it was Chadwick. Just double checking. Yep, Kyle Chadwick got sent back. So 3 cars got sent back. So they got their work cut out for them. The lights are out. I'll let you take us to the green flag this time.
Here we go. Why don't we crank it up one more time for the fans here? We're going to crank it up for you. About 18 laps left to go in this all-star race. Christopher Howell brings him off turn number 4. John Pansula on the outside. Great run by him. Here we go, all-star racing, multi-league style. Let's crank it up. All right, well, we tried that, but it looks like Gilmore got the best of the front stretch wall. We'll take a look at what happened there in a second.
Yeah, we had David Schreck involved, it looks like.
Put it out,
There was a
turn
big
4.
crash up there.
I have a spectator climbing the fence.
Looks like David
So what-
Schreck. Let's see here. David Schreck got involved. Jeff Gilmore. Catch you up here, and we'll go cockpit view from Jeff Gilmore. You're seeing it with us here as we analyze exactly what happened here. Slow motion off turn 4, just gets loose, almost clips Brian Bizzle on the inside, overcorrects to the outside, and clobbers the wall there. David Schreck in that Altel number 9 just gets involved there, gets airborne a little bit off 2 wheels, and looks like Josh is that Bill Paradise, I think, on the inside sliding through the grass.
Yeah,
Tough break
I
for
didn't
those
catch
guys.
that. Yeah, it's interesting, Scott. I mentioned this in previous races. You know, what happens is you finally get some heat in the tires, get a long green flag run. You come in, you get tires, and you forget just how terrible that car is for the first several laps, and kind of start racing it too hard, and it kind of gets away from you.
Yep, easy
So
to
that-
do, especially after having such a long green flag run that we did. That was some awesome racing for 20 or so laps there.
Yeah, that ended some more good cars. Jeff Gilmore kind of ended his night tonight, so we're kind of getting down to it. We got 19 cars left on the lead lap. This should allow Greg Mall to get back on the lead lap here after all this, as he gets another one of his laps back currently. Well, and we'll have about 14 laps to go when we go green again here, Scott. So we talked about Monday nights, which is tonight, obviously. This is our Cup Series. We had Tuesday nights, Xfinity Series.
Let's talk about
with,
your series on Wednesday nights. What do you think?
Yeah, Wednesday nights we got the Road Course Series. It's called the GT Masters Series, and we run pretty much all variations of GT cars on Wednesday nights. Fixed setup, of course. Usually sprint setup, limited fuel, so you have to make a pit stop, but it's kind of the premier road series right now in multi-league. Right now we're running the touring cars. I said GT cars, but that season's about to end, and we all go back to the GT cars for next season. And if you like road racing and you like cool GT cars, come out and join us on Wednesday nights.
Greg Mall goes around one more time on the outside. I think that is going to put him back on the lead lap for sure.
Well, Greg stuck with it, and well, I wonder if Greg's even taken tires yet. So I wonder if he's got a fresh set in there to go in there and get some fresh Goodyears on that thing and make his charge to the front.
Can you imagine if he was sandbagging tires, or maybe still sandbagging tires, and then puts them on late in the race, and ooh, that could be a comeback, right? 5 laps. It's like Bill
Yep.
Elliott Talladega style, right?
And here he goes. He's going into pit lane. You should watch this, Scott, and see
Oh,
if
we're
he
on him,
does
yeah.
take 4 tires.
Like James Hearns behind him there, coming to pit road.
And I'm sure Greg Mall's watching the broadcast right now too. So it's kind of like Jason Hughes. Got He's got one hand on the keyboard. Sometimes he'll type and send us a message.
Let's watch it here, see if the jack
there
goes
it
up on the
goes.
car. There goes. Right side tires going on. Jack goes down. Guys hustle around to the left side. Left side tires up. Greg Mall with fresh tires. Lead lap. John Pansilla up front here. Looks like a little damage on the left front, but hasn't affected him so much. Leading a couple laps here. Good to see John up front.
Yep. You know, going back to Greg Mall, he's going to be the last car on the lead lap here, starting out. Well, second to last, James Hearn's going to be the last one out there. So, but anyway, Greg Mall on those fresh tires. He's still got a lot of traffic and 13 laps to get done, so he's got a tough road ahead of him. But never know with these caution flags. But that also wears down the time you have to get it done. So it's kind of pick your poison, I guess.
Yeah, there goes Greg right now off of pit road. Make sure he beats the pace car off of pit road. There's a pace car now across the start-finish line. 1 to go. Greg's got to hustle around to catch up to the field before the green flag drops.
So running through the field, John Panzula will lead us to the green flag. Jason Hughes on the outside. Christopher Howell on the inside in third. Brad Ream will start in fourth. Brian Bizzle will start in fifth. Ken Richardson will start in sixth. Christopher Davis in seventh. Kerry Cleaver in eighth. Calvin Miller will start in ninth. Heath Smith will start in 10th. Billy Bumgardner will start in 11th. Kyle Chadwick will start in 12th. Vernon Margheim will start in 13th. John Henderson will start in 14th. Trent Drum 15th. Josh R. Scott 16th. Wesley Holland 17th. James Hearns 18th. Greg Mall rounds out your leaders. This is going to be a 13-lap shootout here, Scott. Tires still haven't fully warmed up. Hopefully these guys can hold it together and we can get to the end of this thing. The interesting thing is top two guys I don't think have the freshest tires, so the fresher tires are going to be coming from the rear. So
yeah, there should be some really good, interesting racing. Get the guys up front on older tires, like you said. Guys in the back on the fresher tires, it'll be interesting if they can know how to keep it under control for a couple laps, let it heat up just enough to where they can start making moves without doing it too prematurely and causing another yellow.
pace car ducks into pit lane. John Panzula in that yellow Pepsi machine, I think that is, going to lead us to the green. And away we go. Outside there gets a nice run, stays with him on the outside. Continues as they go into 1 and 2. Side by side, Jason Hughes going to pick up that position almost.
Oh,
And
Brian Bizzle getting loose there.
Oh,
Off the
Brian Bizzle, he's
corner.
going to take out. Oh, he went into the wall there. No caution yet. I can't imagine that caution didn't come. Oh, it's out. There we go, Scott.
There's the yellow. Yeah.
Well, that Jason Hughes got a great start there to get in that first position.
Yeah, great start to the lead. Jason Hughes, he's no stranger to some aggression in leading laps, so good to see him up front for the All-Star race. I think a format like this falls right into his wheelhouse, so awesome job in that SRX Chevy there.
Well, we'll restart this, Scott. We're going to have about 8 laps to go, so it truly is going to be a shootout. I think, I'm not sure what Kim said on green-white checkers tonight. Have to look that up, see if how many we have. And I'm not seeing that. Usually it shows up on my race rules here. I don't see the green-white checkers. Do you see that, Scott?
Usually there's 2, but I don't have access to what it is specifically tonight right now.
I'm assuming that there's 2. I can't imagine why you wouldn't run 2.
We're going to go full speed cockpit view from Brian Bizzle, as you can see him get sideways off of turn number 2, and see what happens here. Clips the inside wall, corrects the outside wall, and all kinds of traffic coming. John Henderson got flipped upside down there. Tough break for him.
Yeah, that was a little messy. Tough break for Mr. Henderson there. Just kind of victim of circumstance there. Just going back here.
Sounds like there's some debate on the control tower radio about getting black flags cleared and whatnot, which is something we usually don't do at all. So looks like it's kind of turning into a mess up there in terms of whether we're clearing black flags or not, and that's part of the reason that we don't clear them at all on our normal weeks. So.
Yeah, that's one of the big reasons. Just as Jimmy Todd likes to say, it is what it is. One of those crazy NASCAR penalties.
Crazy NASCAR penalties.
I'm looking back here at the three guys that got sent back: Wesley Holland, Vernon Margheim. Seeing how much time they made up. Wesley Holland's only up to 12th so far. Let's see, who else did we have here? I'm looking back here for.
Vernon is off track 2 laps down now. I think he may have gotten involved in that wreck,
Must have been
possibly.
involved in one of those, or yes, or spun himself.
Greg Mall up to 16th, still in lead lap. Got some more damage fixed, it looks like, on pit road.
Yeah, it looks like the three guys that got sent back are having a tough time of it. Wesley Holland being the top guy and all that so far. Just going back through here, my notes here to figure out, because I always forget one driver. I can remember 2 out of the 3 that were kicked back in the back. Oh, it was Chadwick. So Chadwick is actually doing the best out of all those drivers.
Yeah,
up to 7th so
right
far.
now. Yeah.
And it sounds like they're giving each other some smack talk out there between the drivers.
I just want to thank
So
Mike
Jason Hughes,
Nofeld
I'm
for
pretty
wrecking that
impressed
field.
with that run he made there on John Panzula there on the outside there. So looking really strong tonight. On a little bit older tires, if Chadwick can run up through the field there, I'd say Kyle Chadwick is probably maybe one of the guys to beat out here, but he has quite a bit of traffic. He got 7 cars to get through to get to the lead.
Let's why don't we talk to, while waiting for the one to go signal here, John Panzula, Scott Patton up in the booth here with Ken Huber, starting outside there. Good to see you leading some laps in the all-star format here. Looks like Jason Hughes put up quite a fight for you to gain that lead under that just before that caution came out. But what do you got for him in the closing laps here?
I don't know. I'm just trying to run my race, take my time. It's been a little while. Just trying to save a little bit here, and I'm going to give it all I got here at the end. We'll see what happens.
All right, sounds good. Looks like lights are on the pace car. Double file up. Go and give him all you got, and pull his belts tight. We'll look for you at the finish.
Good luck there, John.
I appreciate you, Scott. Thank you, sir. Good to hear you.
All right. Which room were you in there, John?
I was down there in the Send It room with Brad Ream.
All right, I got you. Here we go.
All right, there you have it from John Panzula there, starting in second. In first is Jason Hughes on his inside there. And in third is Christopher Howell, racing from his hotel room there. Brad Ream will start in fourth. On his inside, Christopher Davis in fifth, and Ken Richardson on the outside there in sixth. Kyle Chadwick in seventh, Billy Bumgarner in eighth, Kevin Miller in ninth, and Heath Smith, which we haven't really talked about tonight either, Scott, out there in that top 10.
Yeah, he's super fast, and we certainly can't count him out. Why don't we probably watch this restart from Kyle Chadwick's cockpit, see how see what he does as he looks at the rear end of Christopher Davis in the Wendy's Camaro. Field is shrunk down quite a bit since the start of this thing. Looks like we lost 8 or 10 cars or so. Smaller field. 8 laps going to be on the board once we take the green flag. And Kyle Chadwick, remember, he's got those fresh tires. A little bit of damage on the left front, looks like, but see what kind of aggression, what kind of moves he can make early on in this restart. Should be pretty crazy. Here we go.
And they're away, Scott. And Jason Hughes gets a great run off the... John Panzula can't quite make that outside stick there on the inside there. Ooh, we got Josh R. Scott on the inside there, I believe that was. Kind of got out of the racing line. Back up front here, John Panzula falls back under pressure from Christopher Davis there on his inside. Kyle Chadwick there on the inside of Brad Ream. Going to make that pass.
Wow, look at him sail it through there on the bottom of turn 3 and 4. Kyle Chadwick looking to make up room here. Christopher Davis is probably on fresh tires too, if I had to guess.
Yeah, Chris seems to be struggling with the handling of that car tonight, though. Oh, I just seen somebody go up towards the wall there, and we're under caution there, Scott. Somebody just darted off the bottom, just straight up into the wall. Just kind of caught it out of my peripheral.
Let's see. Looks like Wesley Holland in the middle of turn 1 and 2. Let's back it up here and see what happened here.
Yeah.
Yeah, all by himself. Wesley Holland does a great job turning to the right to avoid Josh R. Scott, but pirouettes there on the off the outside wall. Trent Drum, barely squeaking by there on the inside.
Yeah, that's a hard wit. That's definitely going to end Wesley Holland's night, and he was one of the drivers sent to the back. So, that's the break side, I guess. It is a non-points race, so this is for fun. So we're going to re-rack them and stack them for probably a green-white checker at this point, or at least with 3 to go. Just checking on our driver, Greg Mall here. We're losing cars by the minute here, but he's up to 12. Started in 12, so Greg Mall is exactly where he started at the beginning of the night there, Scott.
There he is from Aurora, Nebraska. Yeah, I got it the first time.
He's back there with Brian Bizzle. And Brian Bizzle's headed to pit lane again. Not sure why, maybe to get a little bit of damage fixed. So we can probably move Greg Mall up another spot, and we can. Now Greg Mall's up to 11th.
Why don't we, you want to talk to Greg? Here you go.
Hey, Greg. You're up here in the booth with Scott and myself. How's your night going tonight?
It is all sorts of a roller coaster night tonight. I just am still trying to get this car figured out. I don't know what the symptoms are when we started as opposed to what I felt in practice, but it just got loose on me early, and it's just been a uphill battle ever since. And thankfully the admins have been giving me some wave rounds here to get caught back up on the lead lap, and we're just outside the top 10 right now, so we'll have to see what happens here. But it's been a long night so far.
Yeah, I remember seeing you back there like 6 laps down and watching the wave rounds, and now you're pretty much back to where you started this race, right at the end of the race. So you got currently 5 laps to go, probably 3 to go, and we take the green flag. I mean, you're going to have a heck of a push to get yourself back up front. You got anything? I know you got fresh tires on that thing, which is probably more than anybody else has got, but you think you're going to be able to run your way back up front?
I don't know. I don't know if the crew duct taped the rear bumper cover back on or not, but we'll see what happens. Car definitely didn't have the straightaway speed to keep up with these guys earlier on, but we'll have to see. May just be a short run here to the finish. We'll see how many green-white checkers we ultimately got to deal with here tonight. So,
yeah, did the race admin put out how many green-white checkers we have tonight?
Well, there's some people that are talking in edgewise with Kim here on the admin channel, so not quite sure if we're able to decipher what exactly is going on with that, but hopefully we got a few attempts here, because I got a feeling we're not done seeing the yellow flag yet.
All right, well, good luck. Nice job getting all those laps back, so if you do manage to pull this off, it'll be quite impressive. It'll be more impressive than your clock win.
We'll take whatever we can get. A win would certainly be quite the upset for sure. I don't know if this would rank. What year was that when the TRX car won that open race for Jeff Gordon? But that may rank close up there. So
we were talking about that earlier in the race. Yeah, I think it was 97 or 98 we were debating. But yeah, that came up earlier.
All the cars came off the haulers there after everyone wrecked in turn 1. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Good times, and good luck to you, Greg. Looks like we're gonna rack them 1 to go, coming to the stripe, and good luck down there, Bandit Camp.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys. Yep.
So there we had it, Greg Mall in that 7 Miller Fortune car. I even remember the sponsor now, because that guy doesn't change his car like these other drivers, and I don't have to keep up with it all the time.
Thank God, and I don't have to paint it every time either.
Well, that Wendy's car is on the outside, as the lights probably should go out in the pace car. The 58 is going to start off on that inside number 1 position. That'd be Jason Smoke Hughes. Christopher Davis on his outside. The Canadian, can he keep it up front there on the outside? But he's got a hard charge, and Kyle Chadwick just behind them. In 4th, John Panzula having a heck of a night tonight. He started in 4th and is currently running in 4th. Brad Ream will start on the inside in 5th. Kind of been a quiet night for Brad Ream, but decent night overall. Ken Richardson starts in 6th. Calvin Miller in 7th. Josh R. Scott in 8th. Heath Smith in 9th. And Billy Bumgarner will wrap out your top 10. All right, Scott, I kind of really like Chadwick's chances here now. He's kind of made up those positions and kind of looking at the top two now. And what he's got to hope for is that Jason Hughes can clear Christopher Davis early so he can just follow him along. And then if not, if Christopher Davis makes a run on that outside, then he's going to be trapped behind those two cars unless he makes it 3 wide.
Yeah, for sure. Should be interesting on this restart. Lights are out. We're in the middle of turn 3 and 4, looks like, at Texas, 1.5 mile high banks. Ready to go for the money and the trophy. $25, at least from Patented Paints on the line here. Jason Hughes takes him down to the restart zone. Christopher Davis on the outside. Kyle Chadwick, remember, with those fresh tires. Gonna be looking to be aggressive, I'm sure, on this restart.
Green flag, look at Christopher Davis. The Canadian pulls it out up front, gets a heck of a run on the outside. That's exactly what I was talking about, Scott. Jason Hughes, you know, Kyle Chadwick really needed Jason to get a run on Christopher Davis. Didn't happen, but yeah, so Christopher Davis, heck of a run out there. Oh, we got a wreck in the back.
Big wreck out back. Ken Richardson, I know, is involved in that.
The 20 car, it looks like. So that would be Calvin Miller, Ken Richardson. I think those are the only 2 cars involved there, Scott. Ken Richardson getting it towed off the track currently. 20 car still on the track, missing the rear clip on that car. Yeah, we're going to have our first green-white checkered.
Looks like there were 3 wide back here. Josh R. Scott, Ken Richardson in the middle, Brad Ream on the inside. See what happens here. Josh R. Scott looks like he gets loose a little bit off of turn 2, gets into the right door panel of Ken Richardson, collects Calvin Miller on the inside. And tough break for those guys. Ken Richardson had a great night, going top 10 pretty much most of the night.
Yes, he did. And you know who else is having a good night? Christopher Davis in that 38 machine out there in first. That was a heck of a restart. Couldn't have executed that any better, in my opinion.
We're seeing up there, we're supposed to go 88 laps tonight. Sorry to interrupt, Ken, but this is our Kent Conley tribute lap, so lap 88 on the board.
That's speed, Ken.
Well, it looks like our first green-white. We have at least one green-white checkered finish here.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that there's 2, but I don't really know for sure. Look at let's look at where Greg Mall ended up. So he's restarted in 8th. He's now, or in 11th, and he's now up to 8th. So that Miller Fortune car starting to work his way up. If he gets a couple green-white checkers, he could be a factor by the end of this thing. Back there in that 18 car in 11th, Brian Bizzle had a really good night going. Found an incident later on in the race. Car's kind of beaten up. Kind of just holding on right now, trying to stay in the top 10. Just behind,
in front of him, I was going to say, just in front of him, Trent Drum also looking to have maybe a top 10 finish here. Currently running a 10th. Started 24th. A little bit of damage on that Tide car there.
And just behind the 2 of them is our out-of-town hotel racer back there in that Fanatec 70 car. Christopher Howell back there in 12th position. So we talked about pretty much every night of the week up until Friday. So Friday nights, multi-league. You know what we do on Friday nights, don't you, Scott?
We give checker flags to the same guy every week, it seems like.
I wonder who that would be. Yeah, they run the ARCA series on Friday night. So cranky guys, it's a little bit different on Friday nights. They tend to run it a little bit later on Friday nights than the rest of the season. We run 8 o'clock normally Eastern time every night of the week, except for Saturday. We run that at 8:45. We run an ARCA series. So if you like those ARCA cars and you like having fun, they race fixed setups, full tank of fuel, and Wesley Holland is pretty good at winning those things sometimes. So if you think you got something for Wesley, show up on Friday night and show Wesley he ain't got none of it.
Yeah, those ARCA cars are probably about my second favorite, maybe right behind the Xfinity car. So
Yeah, those are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I think the damage model in those cars too, they make it where you pay a little bit more attention to what you're doing.
Let's talk to, well, he's all by himself down there in the iRacing chat room, but Christopher Davis, our leader right now, what do you got for the end of this thing? Are you worried about the guys that might have tires behind you, or are you going all out and looking for the checkered flag in this thing?
Oh, I think it's a go all out here and hopefully not spin out and make a fool of myself.
Checkers or wreckers, he says. Awesome job so far. How's the handling been with these tires? We saw some issues early on with a lot of guys with self-spins, but looks like things have kind of calmed down in that front, just a couple incidents here and there. But how's it been for you tire-wise? Is it on this restart? Do you anticipate that they'll stick pretty good in the corner?
They haven't been too bad for me. I mean, I kind of burnt mine off the first set, but I mean, other than that, it's not too bad. Just drive smart, I guess.
All right, got one more time to do a couple more laps to bring home the trophy here. We're putting $25 on the line from Patented Paints. I think you heard that from Race Control. And good luck out there, and we'll be watching.
All right, thank you.
Chris. All right, I think Christopher Davis there, Scott, made a mistake. So, you know, he started really well on the outside. He's got Kyle Chadwick on fresh tires right behind him. Kyle Chadwick's super strong. I don't know if I was Christopher Davis, I probably would have started this race on the outside and let that 58 car hold up that Chadwick machine. So Christopher Davis is going to have to earn the marbles tonight because he's going to have a mirror full of that 88 car, I believe.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. 88 car of Kyle Chadwick. I'm sure he is not going to be content with sitting in second or third for the end of this thing. That is for sure.
So here we go with our first green-white checkers. Time to get it done. 3 to go. Pace car should be ducking off into pit lane. And it does. Take us to green, Scott.
Here we go. Got to wait for the flag man again. Remember, that was another additional rule for tonight's race. There's the flag stand. Watch for Barney to wave it. There it is. Green flag's out. Jason Hughes with a great jump on the outside into turn number 1. Side by side, pretty much everybody stacking the field. Chadwick in third there, looking to make a run. Going to cruise on the bottom here with those fresh tires. Jason Hughes gets kicked to the outside. Looking on the low side. Maybe 3 wide here off of turn number 2. For the lead in the All-Star race. Coming to the white flag this time around.
Yeah, great job by that 58 car on the outside there. Kyle Chadwick is trapped between those two drivers. 58 car running really strong on the outside there. Oh, Christopher Davis gets loose, goes through the grass. We're still green. I think he's going to be able to control that car, but Christopher Davis, big mistake there. He said he didn't want to make a fool of himself tonight, but I don't know what to say about that there, Scott.
Maybe I just need to stop with driver interviews, right?
Anyway, back up front, Jason Hughes leading this thing.
Wow, what a run for Hughes! Like I said earlier, this kind of format falls right into his wheelhouse. As Chadwick tried to make a last-ditch effort off of turn number 4.
Chadwick! Oh, both of them behind him.
Wow. We're gonna have to watch the replay for what's happening here.
I don't even know who got second, third, but Jason Hughes takes the victory tonight, unofficially.
Wow.
So it looks like Kyle Chadwick did finish in second, and then John Panzula, great run by John Panzula. And that car,
Good
he
win,
did
Jason.
cross that
Wish I could have
finish
battled
line
you there
sideways. So we're
again.
going to talk to some new drivers.
Yeah,
tonight,
I'm sorry I had to
Scott.
move you back.
Yeah,
there, Chris,
Jason
but it
Hughes,
was-
Kyle
it was starting
Chadwick,
to blink
John
a lot. It was still blinking
Panzula.
at the end.
Rounding out top 3 here as we watch Jason Hughes come to the front
Yeah,
stretch
I'm
and
on
burn him
hotel
down.
Wi-Fi, man. I'm
Here we go, we're gonna turn it up.
I'm out of town for work.
I got you.
Bad Apple Racing SRX 58 All-Star style. Multi-league series. Congratulations, Jason Hughes.
Jason was going to be able to smoke those tires, but he isn't earning his nickname.
that car.
I've seen Chris throw the block. I'm
There
like,
he
oh,
is,
that was a
burning him
sweet
down.
move. I
Let's
thought maybe he was going to hold
I
you
don't
back.
know. You want to talk to our? Why don't you talk to our race
Anyway,
winner there,
it was
Kim?
good finish.
I'm actually looking for him, and I do not see him. I don't think we have his
Oh, that's right.
his
Looks
team
like-
up.
Yeah, I don't think we do
I think
either.
we're missing
unfortunately.
most of our guys here.
Oh, Chadwick either. I don't see down there, do you?
You know who we could talk to is the guy that we jinxed, and that would be Christopher Davis, who finished in.
All right, guys. It was fun. I'll see y'all
who
next
finished?
Monday.
Where did
We'll be
Christopher
back on the
Davis
regular
finish here
rules
tonight?
and
I'm
stuff.
looking here.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, we lost.
Way down. Let's see here.
Hey,
Yeah,
Kim,
how
are
did
you
that
in
happen, man?
basic?
Tough break for
Yeah,
Christopher
I'm down
Davis.
in
I shouldn't
race
rub it
control.
in.
I'll move up in just a second, okay?
So maybe I'll give Christopher Davis a break tonight. So, but I think that's. Oh, you know who we
trying
do
to get
have? We
in
do have John
easy.
Panzula. We can bring John up here.
Oh, it's Crazy John that down there. There we go.
Hey, John, you're back in the booth with Scott and myself. Hey, great job on getting that third place finish tonight. Kind of a crazy end to it, huh?
Yes, sir. It sure was. It was, woo, man, it wasn't no catching Jay. I was trying. And we had a little issue up there with the blinker. I backed off. I shouldn't have, but that's okay. I just wanted to finish and just really enjoy racing with these guys.
Yeah, no, it was a great night. You kept it clean, except for there on the very last lap. I'm not sure what happened there at the end there. I seen you cross the finish line probably sideways there. What happened there at the end?
Yeah, it looked like the 88 scratched the wall, and then the 61 was trying to dodge him a little bit, and he bounced off the wall, and then I ricocheted off the 61, put me from fourth to third.
Yeah, well, it was a great finish tonight, and next week I think we're doing Charlotte.
Hey.
So I know you haven't been racing in a while, and so this is your first night back. You come back with a bang. You get a top 3, and we're going to Charlotte, where the track is very similar. Are you hoping for good results out there?
Yeah, I'm hoping to be there. I'm kind of a hit or miss right now. I had a family health issue, and my father passed the night before last, actually, in my arms at the house, and it's been a tough deal, real tough deal, and I just came back to relax.
Our condolences about that. I heard that earlier. We mentioned it during the broadcast, so very sorry about that. Tough deal.
It's okay, brother. You know, he's in a good place. He's not suffering anymore, and I sure appreciate you guys. I'm glad to get back and decompress a little bit and get back into racing.
Well, you got anybody you want to thank tonight before we send you back to your team?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for doing this broadcast. I don't get on here often, and like I said, I'm going to do the best I can here in the near future, and thanks to Kim Quick and Multi-League, and all these guys are really a lot of fun and really enjoy it.
All right, well, thanks, John. We'll send you back, and good luck next week.
Thanks a lot, Scott. It's great to hear you, brother.
Congrats,
You're doing
John.
a good
Yeah.
job.
Appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next week.
You got it, buddy.
All right, now we got our second place. We'll bring up Kyle Chadwick there, Scott.
There's Kyle Chadwick, our second place runner. Kyle, talk to me about that last restart, as well as the last kind of 10 to 15 lap run there. We know you had the pressure tires. You're making your way through the field, just one position short. What did it feel like for that green-white checkered to watch Jason Hughes walk away with this thing?
It was fun. I just needed some more green laps. Me and Chris Davis were racing each other so hard. He kind of went on the outside and got the lead. He was gone from there.
Yeah, awesome. Talking about avoiding some wrecks. Looks like the car's beat up a little bit on the left front, the right front, and the left rear. How was it avoiding wrecks throughout the night with no fast repairs?
I actually avoided most of the wrecks. There was that one big one where I got a little bit of front end damage. It was about a minute and a half. I was down about 13 horsepower the whole race, but it still drove great, so I'll take it.
Wow, yeah, we saw a couple of different cars. Greg Mall, a couple of different guys get a lot of damage and still be able to keep some pretty good pace at this thing. So, awesome job. Second place, runner-up finish ain't too shabby. Would have liked to throw another win sticker, the special All-Star sticker on that car, as you have the special sticker from the Clash earlier in the year, the first race of the season. Congrats on that, as well as your win on Phoenix. And next week we are at Charlotte, I guess. There won't be a broadcast because I will be at the race, but what do you got next week for the 600?
I hope I have a good run. I just hope I finish anywhere but second.
So checkers or wreckers, pretty much, right? You'd rather be first or
Pretty much.
40th,
I'd rather
right?
finish third or last than second.
All right, sounds good. Anybody you need to thank for second place tonight?
No, just thanks to all the guys at Bad Apple, Hack Racing, Kim, and everyone that puts the show on. You guys for broadcasting.
All right, appreciate it, buddy, and we'll talk to you next week or the week after. So good luck at the 600. We'll be, I'll be watching. I'll be looking for the results, see where you are, and I will catch you the following week on the broadcast.
All right, thank you.
Good luck next week.
Oh boy!
All right, that was Kyle Chadwick. Let's talk to our race winner, Jason Hughes. Jason Smoke Hughes. Hey, great job getting it done tonight.
How you like that?
I like it a lot.
How do you like them bad apples?
You had a great run tonight there, Jason. I mean, you pretty much ran pretty solid all night long. Kind of surprised to see you in victory lane, only because on that last restart, the one prior, Christopher Davis kind of beat you on the outside there. So I was thinking to myself that you were out of tires, but apparently you were holding something back, huh?
Well, you know, it's Chris, and I was being nice. No, he just flat out caught me sleeping, bro. So on the last one, I just knew I had to be on it. And to be honest, I told myself I was going to go before he went, if that's what it took for me to get around him.
Well, I was telling Scott right before you guys took the green that Christopher Davis made a huge mistake by not taking the outside on that restart after the restart he had the previous time. So it kind of reversed roles, and you were able to get by and get the victory tonight. So now we just need to put one together for a points race, huh?
I'm telling you, I always win. When I win, it's like non-points paying races. I win all the, speed weeks, but, those don't matter. But tonight, it matters to me.
You're racing with the best in multi-league, so a win's a win. So you got to be proud of that. And this was a tough track tonight. So one of the things that Scott and I were noticing just how free the cars were, especially entry and exit. So was that pretty tough for you tonight?
It's tough, but I don't do well where we just kind of like have to hit the marks every single lap. It's more this style where I can kind of drive the car and kind of take care of it that I seem to do good, but I say that and had a terrible showing at my hometown track at Kansas. So I just tried to take care of the car, and it worked tonight.
Yeah, certainly did. Congratulations on that first place finish. So going to next week, the Coke 600 at Charlotte, very similar track. Think you're going to be able to put another one together next week?
Oh, man, Ken, I always think I have something to do it. I just have to put it all together, and tonight I felt like I did that.
Well, awesome. You got anybody you want to thank tonight?
Man, all my dudes at Bad Apple, they pumped me up during all those, yellow flags, telling me what I was going to do and how to do it. So I always got to thank them, you guys, for putting on an awesome broadcast, and Multi-League for letting us, do what we do out here.
All right. Well, thank you, Jason. You got anything for him, Scott, before we kick him loose?
Yeah, I got, $25 from Patented Paints is what I got you for you, Jason. And in addition to that, we got to throw a little win sticker on your A post there. So I got some work in front of me this week. So congrats. I'm happy to do that for you on behalf of Patented Paints. Awesome run. Glad to see you put a race together finally from start to finish. And congrats on the win, and looking forward to seeing you in a couple weeks on the broadcast as well.
Thanks, boys. I appreciate that.
Congratulations again.
Thanks, buddy.
There it is, Jason Hughes burning them down on the front stretch still. What'd you think of the race from top to bottom, Ken? I thought it was a heck of an entertaining race here for the All-Star race. Probably, arguably, not even arguably, I will say it was definitely more entertaining than the actual NASCAR race yesterday on TV.
I didn't watch that race, so I'll have to take your word for it. It was a rough start in the beginning and a rough start towards the end, but there was some good racing to be had. Enjoyed it a lot. Always enjoy being on the broadcast here with you. So look forward to the weeks ahead as we continue on with the season, which I guess our next broadcast is going to be about 2 weeks away. Not sure what track that is.
I think it's Gateway, or what do they call it?
That's right.
Technology, worldwide
technology. Yep.
Yeah. Which I kind of like. Do you know why I like
New
that
Hampshire.
track? Oh yeah, sister track to New Hampshire.
I know that track too. I knew you would like it too. So I think I usually, if you're not racing, I can usually pull off a victory or something. But I always have to finish second to you if you're racing.
I do enjoy those 1.2 mile flat tracks out there. So
I really like the way Gateway is too, because you got two different ends on that. You got turns 1 and 2 that's kind of like New Hampshire, but then you got 3 and 4 that's kind of a bottom feeder like an old Miami or what do you call it, Milwaukee.
Yeah, so. Milwaukee Mile. Yeah. Milwaukee Mile, Gateway. I'll even throw Martinsville in the mix for flat short track racing. So I like those a lot. But yeah, so we'll see everybody. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, go ahead and do that. You'll get notifications when we go live, like special events such as yesterday with the Indy 500. We'll have more of those coming up throughout the year. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. That helps us, helps you get notified when we go live for these races. Hope you enjoy them. Looks like our crowd has been steadily increasing, so hopefully everybody is enjoying these broadcasts, enjoying the work that we put into them. Speaking of work, I appreciate all your work, Ken, doing all the research and on the point standings and the hot laps with Huber we didn't have this week, but that will definitely be back in 2 weeks' time, I gotta imagine, from Gateway.
Yeah, hopefully I can run some fast laps out there. It's been a while.
Yeah, certainly. So, on behalf of myself, Scott Patton up here in the booth, joined with Ken Huber out in Montana. We appreciate everybody watching tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. All-Star Race Style and Multi-League Series. We'll talk to you in 2 weeks' time from Gateway Raceway. Have a safe week. Have a safe couple weeks, everybody. Happy Memorial Day next week. And we'll leave you with a couple highlights as Jason Hughes takes down the checkered flag here at Texas Motor Speedway.
Good night, everyone.
Don't hold his hand. Teach a man to fish. Was it buy a man a fish he eats for a day? Teach a man to fish he fishes for a lot. He eats for a lifetime.